Welcome back to Adanac Accent Coaching. My name is Allison. Alice for short, if you're into nicknames. I am going to read out this webpage of Faux Amis, which is false friends that we have, English words, French words that are very similar and they have a different meaning. So I'm going to read this like minimal pairs. I'm going to read the French word first. I'm going to read the English word second. And I'd just like you to follow along with me using this webpage. Okay, so let's get started. It's in alphabetical order. So first French word is actuel. And the English resemblance is actual. Okay, so actuel, actual. I want you to pay attention to how the biggest difference is in syllable stress. English always has one obvious place for syllable stress in multisyllabic words, and French is more like even, okay? So we're just going to keep going with this in mind. Agenda, agenda. Allure, allure. Avertissement, advertisement. Balance, balance. Bribe, bribes. Car, car. Cave, cave. Chair, chair. Chance, chance. Coin, coin. Déception, deception. Demander, demand. Éventuellement, eventually. Fabrique, fabric. Formidable, formidable. Gentil, gentle. Journée, journey. Lecture, lecture. Librairie, library. Monnaie, money. Patron, patron. Procès, process. Prune, prune. Prétendre, pretend. Quitter, quit. Raisin, raisin. Rester, rest. Sensible, sensible. Stage, stage. Sympathique, sympathetic. Tissu, tissue. Veste, vest. Okay, that was the quick version. Now I'm going to go back and read it again, pointing out the differences between the pairs. So, actuel. So the L at the end isn't like a strong full L. It's kind of like an L vowel flavor. And actual in English is ending really on that L, actual, right? Actuel, actual. Okay. Agenda, that je is the main difference. Agenda, the j is harder. Agenda. Allure, the big difference here is the R at the end. Allure, allure. Okay. Avertissement, advertisement. So I want you to hear stress on advertisement. Balance. So at the end, it ends on a nasalized vowel. We don't hit that N sound for real, right? Balance, once. So in English, balance, balance. We need to hit that N, sealing off the mouth so that the sound comes out of our nose for that nasal sound, not nasalized vowel sound. Bribe, of course, bribes in English. The I sound in French is often a different I sound in English, and S on the end of things in French is usually not pronounced, but in English we always pronounce those S endings when they're pluralizing something. Car, main difference is the R sound at the end for car. Cave, again, the A sound is more tense. Cave. Chair turns to chair, so we have that CH sound is harder at the beginning, right? Chance, again, that's a nasalized vowel at the end, and we're going to do a full nasal for chance. Chance, right? Chance, chance. That's how we know it's a nasalized vowel and not a full nasal. If you can plug your nose and the sound still comes out, that means you're not creating a full seal in your mouth and the sound is ringing out through your nose too. So, coin. Whenever we have an OI in French, it's a ouin sound, like moins, coin. And then in English, this is an oi sound, coin. Déception, when we see this accent aigu. In French, that means it's an A sound, so déception. Sion instead of shun. Deception, in English, deception stresses on sep. This is a rule in English. If you have a word with a shun, you can stress the syllable before. This is a reliable rule. You can set your watch to this rule. Éventuellement, again, that accent is causing this E sound to be an A. And then mon at the end is a nasalized vowel. And in English, we will end this with eventually. Eventually, right? Instead of mon. Fabrique, it's the I sound. And the k at the end is the main difference. Fabric. Formidable. Formidable. 3 syllables. The R is kind of making it a little bit spicy here. In English, formidable is 4 syllables. Formidable, right? So 3 syllables, formidable. 4 syllables, formidable. Gentil, that N is a nasalized vowel and the L is a little bit soft at the end. Gentle in English, full nasal, full L sound. Journée, the J at the beginning is soft. In English, it's a hard J sound. Journey. Lecture, whenever we have like a CTU, it's going to be ksh, lecture, lecture, lecture. Librairie, librairie, library. So E sounds in French often turn into I sounds in English. Monnaie is money. So the stress there is on mon. Patron, nasalized vowel. Patron in English, that vowel changes as well at the beginning. Procès, that accent grave, tells us that the sound here is an eh. Procès, procès. I am not a native French speaker, so we're just working with this, people. Process in English. Prune in French is prune in English. The biggest difference there is the R sound. Prétendre in French, that accent is going to make that E into an A sound. In English, pretend. Quitter, so we're not doing a qua sound, right? We're doing a quitter. So in English, quit. So that qua sound is a lot different with a QU. Raisin, in French, obviously, is like that R onset and then the nasalized vowel at the end. Raisin, not raisin, 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 raisin. So that's how we know it's a full nasal and not a nasalized vowel. Rester, rest. Sensible, sensible in English. Stage, we're going to make that A harder and that G harder as well for stage. Sympathique is now 4 syllables. Wait, sympathique is now sympathetic. 4 syllables, right? Tissue, we're going to make that sh sound, tissue. And vest, we're going to just end on vest. We're not having this kind of little flavor at the end. So I kind of just want to explain one more thing after showing you this list. In English, we have an adherence to something called the sonority sequencing principle. And this is just the way that we organize how words sound in English, how syllables sound in English. In English, we prefer for syllables to have an onset and an ending that are quieter than the middle, right? So in English, we like to say pretend. So it's like pretend, right? But in French, it's like prétendre. So this right at the end, that doesn't fit with English's the way that we like to sequence our sounds. At the end of this word in French, there's this little kind of sound. It's quite quiet. So think of like an English example I would give is mountain. So the end of mountain is very quiet. I'm just doing this push with here and it's coming out my nose. Mountain, mountain. And I've had French speakers say that N is too quiet at the end. They just say mount. They don't know how to do the N. And I compare this to être, basically. So an English speaker without a good French accent would say être because we want those syllables to ring out according to our sequencing principle. But if you're saying it in French, être, that little that little piece in French is a meaningful syllable in French. In English, we don't really hear that. We're like, what is that weird scraping sound? And we can't make the sound either because it's not part of our speech system. So when English speakers come into French, keep in mind that we have to learn to go from r to and we don't have that sound in English, so it's tricky. So any troubles that you have as a French speaker coming into English, English speakers will have the same types of troubles coming into French. So this is like a two-way street. Unfortunately, English enjoys a little bit of supremacy around the world. There's like this kind of it enjoys supremacy. It's because of colonialism and because of the patriarchy and because of religion and because of capitalism, but English is like thought of as superior. It's not superior. It's just thought of as superior. And then French speakers, of course, I'll just make a joke about French people, but French people think French is superior too. So as an English speaker, I think French is superior too. So thanks for tuning in and listening to all this ranting. If you got this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.